natural hand sanitizers with a little bit of herbal flair. They're easy to make, a lot less expensive. I'm hoping that you're going to give it a try. It starts with some basic ingredients. We have distilled water. You do not want to use tap water. Tap water will make your finished product cloudy. And I figured this out. You want to do 1 part, and I'm going to use a 1/4 cup. So we're going to use 1 part distilled water. And you always want to use glass or metal products when you're using anything with essential oil, because if you use a plastic product, that'll absorb the aroma. And if you're using that same bowl for something else later, even if it's for cooking, it might still have the flavors of your essential oils that you used. The next ingredient we're going to use is 100 grain alcohol. This can be found at liquor stores. You do not want to use rubbing alcohol. You want 100 grain alcohol, which is actually a vodka. Okay, we're going to use 1 part of that, so it'd be a 1/4 cup as well. The next ingredient we want to choose is our aroma. Tea tree has been used for centuries. It's known as a healing and a medicinal essential oil. A lot of people do not like the aroma of tea tree, so I always prefer the lavender oil. You always want to use essential oil and not fragrance oils. Essential oils derive right from that plant or product material, where fragrance oils come from 1 or more fragrances with a little bit of essential oil added and perhaps a carrier oil to make it go farther. So always use essential oil in this. So we're going to use 4 or 5 drops. It's okay to use 1 or more or even 3 fragrances. Lots of times if you want to mix tea tree with lavender, even in vanilla goes really well with this. But 4 or 5 drops goes a long way. And the next ingredient is our aloe gel. We want to use a gel because it's thicker. This finished product can be used in a spray bottle, it can be used in a pump, or it can be used in a squeeze bottle as well. If you used liquid aloe, it'd be too runny and too thin. Aloe is the ingredient that's going to make your hands feel nice and soft after you use a sanitizer. So we want to use 2 parts of the aloe gel. And if you remember, I used a 1/4 cup of the other ingredients, so this would be a 1/2 cup. And you can see it's quite thick. And you're going to wonder, how is that going to mix up with that other liquid? But it does quite nicely. I'm just going to lay this here. This gets poured in here. I am using a rubber spatula here, but that's because there's no fragrance or essential oil on it yet. Then I take a metal spoon, and I'm just going to mix it up thoroughly. And it just takes a couple minutes. You just got to play with it. And you know, it seems like you can't go anywhere these days without thinking about hand sanitizers. Either they're sitting at the counter at the cash register where you're checking out, or you're wishing you had some somewhere because somebody was coughing or sneezing by you. And I've chosen these little spray bottles. You can get them anywhere. They're like a 99 cents, 79 cents, depends. You could use a big pump. You could even recycle a soap dispenser pump that you have by your sink. You could use that as well. But you'd want to take your funnel, fill it up, and just pour it in here. This will make a little bit too much for what's in here. It actually should have been stirred just a hair more because the aloe gel is still a little bit thick in there. Screw it on, and that's it. It's easy to do. Great gift ideas. Smells good. Get that baby going. Herbal hand sanitizers. They're natural, antibacterial. Give it a try.